This tutorial will show you an example on how to run a multi-phase flow simulation. We will solve a problem of a simplified DamBreak, in a two-dimensional domain. The geometry of the initial case is shown in the figure. It consists of a column of water at rest, located behind a membrane on the left side of a tank. At time 0, the membrane is removed and the column of water collapses. During the collapse, the water impacts an obstacle at the bottom of the tank, and creates a complicated flow structure. The case is a free surface problem, where a sharp interface between the two fluids exists. The solver that will be used is called interFoam. It is a solver for two incompressible fluids, capturing the interface using a volume of fluid method. If no turbulence model is specified, the solution may be viewed as a direct numerical simulation, if the mesh is sufficiently fine enough. Otherwise, it is a laminar solver. Alternatively, a Reynolds averaged Navier-Stokes turbulence model or a large eddy simulation subgrid scale turbulence model can be specified. As this tutorial is based on a standard tutorial in OpenFoam, it can be directly copied to our own folder on the Bluebear cluster. We will first have a look at the block mesh directory. The DamBreak mesh consists of 5 blocks. The boundary geometry consists of 5 boundary patches. The left wall patch, the right wall patch, the lower wall patch, and the atmosphere. Notice the type of the patches. The atmosphere is a standard patch, which has no special attributes. The left wall, right wall, and lower wall patches are each a wall. The wall type contains no geometric or topological information about the mesh, it only identifies the patch as a wall. We will navigate back to the home directory of the case. Now we will create the block mesh. We will look into the different directories of the case, and we will start with the constant directory. This case has a similar setup to the cavity case. However, they contain some additional files which will be discussed now. As in the previous cases, a description of the fluid property is provided in the transport properties file. Since this is a multi-phase problem, a description of the two different fluids is given. Namely water and air, which are defined as phase 1 and phase 2. The transport model subdictionary for the two fluids are set to Newtonian. Information relating to the viscosity and density is provided by nu and rho respectively. The cross-power law coefficients and Bird-Carreau coefficients are used when fluids are non-Newtonian. Although they are defined in the file, they will not be used as the fluid is set to Newtonian. Sigma relates to the surface tension coefficient between the two fluids. The file name G sets the value and direction of the gravitational acceleration in the field. Here the gravitational acceleration has a value of 9.81 meter per second squared, in the negative direction of the y-axis. The dynamic mesh directory specifies if the mesh is dynamic or static. Here the mesh is static. The turbulence properties directory provides information about the turbulence model. In this example, we wish to run the case without turbulence model. So if turbulence modeling is set to laminar. Now we will have a look into the system directory. As you can see, there are two additional files in the system directory. Namely, the set fields directory and the decompose part directory. The decompose part directory is required when running the case in parallel. This will be discussed in the next tutorial. Now, we will view the set fields directory. The set fields dictionary specifies a non-uniform initial condition for the phase fraction alpha 1, where alpha 1 is 0 for the gas phase, and alpha 1 is 1 for the liquid phase. Initially, the tank is filled with air, so the default field values for alpha 1 is set to 0. The default field value sets the default value of the fields. This means that the field takes this value unless specified otherwise in the region subdirectory. That subdirectory contains a list of subdictionaries containing field values that override the defaults in the specified region. Here, box to cell creates a bounding box, within a vector minimum and maximum, to define the set of cells of the liquid region. The phase fraction alpha 1 is defined as 1 in this region. Now we will view the control dictionary. As you can see, the interFoam application is set for the case. The start time has been set to 0 seconds. And the end time to 1 second. Now, we will navigate the initial condition directory. The set fields utility reads fields from the file and, after recalculating those fields, will write them back to the file. Because the files are then overridden, it is recommended that a backup is made before set fields is executed. In this tutorial, the alpha.water field is initially stored as a backup only and named alpha.water.org. Before running the set fields application, we first need to copy the alpha.water.org to alpha.water. Now we can run the set fields application. The fields are set. In the next tutorial, I will show you how to run the simulation in parallel. Therefore, I will skip this part and will show you directly the results of the simulation in the next slide. You can view a movie of the results of the DamBreaking example. Thank you for watching. In this tutorial I have shown you how to set up a multi-phase flow simulation. In the next tutorial, I will show you how you can submit a job for parallel programming.